Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is staying hydrated. We are three generations inside air conditioning. And what I mean by that, I had a grandfather. He owned a farm. He was a cattleman. And this guy wore overalls every day. He'd wear these long sleeve button up shirts, wore a cowboy hat or a ball cap. He was in the elements every day. And I noticed the heat never bothered him. Uh, and the simple reason was he was acclimated. He grew up in a time where there was no air conditioning. He didn't have air conditioning in his house, but he could go out, haul hay all day, mend fence, work cattle, and it just never seemed to bother him. Me, on the other hand, I work in an office. My office, I'm sure the temperature is 70, 72 degrees. When I leave my office, I go straight to my vehicle. I start that vehicle up 60 degrees, full blast. I pull in my garage house, I walk inside, 68, 70 degrees. I'm always staying in the comfort of air conditioning. So whenever I have a tournament coming up, I'm I go out in the heat. I mean, it's hot. Everybody's screaming global warming, global warming. No, it's actually because you're staying your butt inside the air conditioning. Hopefully these tips right here will help you. You're going to wonder why I have all this in front of me. Well, several years ago when I was traveling a tour, I get to see the behind the scenes with the pros and all that, and practicing with them each day. One of the pros I practice with, he would bring a bottle of distilled water or spring water. He'd empty half of it out, pour the rest with Pedialyte, and he guzzled this every day. Every day during practice, he was guzzling this water, staying hydrated and all. And he told me one time, he goes, I know if I got a tournament coming up, say for instance in Alabama, where it's scorching hot, humidity high. He said, I start drinking one of these each day before the tournament, up to 5 to 6 days before the actual practice date. He said it just helps me stay plenished and rehydrated. Rehydrated, is that correct? Hydrated. Uh, this is one of the tips, but another tip or another story I got here. I read an article in Men's Health several years ago about a gentleman that was running this race out in Baja, California. I guess in Death Valley, the temperatures are 125, 130 degrees today, but this guy consistently won this race for like 5 consecutive years. And Men's Health got with him and they asked him, said, you're winning these races. He goes, how are you replenishing your electrolytes every night? What are you doing? What's the secret and all that? And he said that every night, say he would run 40, 50 miles a day. And he said, when I got to the end of that course at that particular day, he goes, my wife had already set up camp and she had a gallon of Bluebell ice cream, just regular vanilla ice cream waiting for him. He said, I would eat that entire gallon of ice cream every night. I'm not saying, I don't know the science behind it. It's loaded with sugars and all that, but he said that it replenished his electrolytes. He said that the next morning when I woke up, I was on fire. I was ready to go. I took off where everybody else was, cramped up. They were just tired. They just didn't refuel properly at all. Another thing you can do is when you get back to your hotel from pre-fishing or the end of the day of the tournament, it might sound nasty. I've done it. It's actually, I like it. I buy pickles. I buy a jar of pickles and I will literally drink the pickle juice. It's high in sodium. It seems like it replenishes me. I see it in sports stores now where you go in and buy, vitamins and stuff like that. You can find pickle juice in there. So anyhow, stay plenished and check out next week.